From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm delighted that you're here. Here we take your life to the next level by helping you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. And when people ask you, how's everything? Use one word with enthusiasm. I teach this in seminars all over the world. The word is unbelievable. Nobody will know what you're up to, but you do with enthusiasm. Everybody will think you're doing great. This is episode number 170 on Boaz Power TV, and I call this one 86,400 Valuable Seconds. Let's pretend for a moment that you were given $86,400 and told that you had to invest it during the next 24 hours. Now, whatever portion you did not invest wisely during that 24-hour period would be taken away from you. Would you work quickly to invest that money wisely? Of course you would. You wouldn't want to lose any of it, would you? It's the same thing with time. Each day we're given 86,400 seconds to do whatever we choose. What we don't invest wisely is lost forever. Time is money. Ever heard that? Of course, time is money. That's why it's important to invest it wisely. Life is like a chess game. That's how I see it. Time is your opponent. Now, whether you make any moves or not, time will continue to make its moves. And eventually, without the right action plan, time will wipe out all your men off the board. There's no way to make more time. We need to simply become more valuable during the time that we have. Why is it that two people with the same background, same education, same company, similar jobs, but one makes twice as much money as the other? Because one is of greater value to the position than the other. One is of greater value. So how can you and I bring greater value to our lives? Well, begin by often asking yourself the following question. What is the most valuable thing I should be doing right now? What is the most valuable thing I should be doing right now? That particular line can take your life to a whole next level. Just asking yourself that question on a regular basis. What is the most valuable thing I should be doing right now? That will focus your mind, and you'll quickly realize where your time should be spent. Successful people don't get bogged down in the small stuff. They enthusiastically attack the most valuable priorities first, knowing that the toughest things usually create the greatest rewards. Does time guide you, or do you have control over your time? The choice is yours. If you feel as if time is like a merry-go-round, moving swiftly and slipping away, then it's time to stop. Stop. The first order of business is to find out what you're doing. Where are you investing your time? Just like where is your money going? We have to find out. So in this case, I'm asking, where are you investing your time? Keep track for 1 week of how you spend every hour. Make brief notes as you go through each day. At the end of the week, take an inventory and divide your activities into categories: sleeping, loafing, driving, working, recreation, and so forth. Then, being honest with yourself, determine whether you are spending an adequate amount of time working on those projects that have the greatest value toward your goals. If you are not devoting enough time toward your most important goals, then changes must be made. If being president of an organization is a source of great personal satisfaction to you, then continue to do that. However, if you decide that you should be focusing on something else, simply say to the people involved, I wish I could, but I can't. Many years ago, when the United States Steel Corporation was becoming a powerhouse in American industry, its president was Charles Schwab. Mr. Schwab was constantly looking for ways to increase his personal productivity as well as that of his top associates. He called upon Ivy Lee, a well-known management consultant, and asked for ideas. Now, I believe this particular story may come from the book Think and Grow Rich, which is one of the ones I promote in my seminars all over the world. Great book. Read it regularly. It'll change your life. So Mr. Lee suggested to Mr. Schwab that at the end of each day, he should list the 5 most productive things he ought to do the following day. The 5 most productive things he ought to do the following day in the order of their value. Then the following morning, Mr. Schwab was to attend to each item until completed. If he didn't get to all 5 items, he would make a new list for the next day and move any items up from the previous day to a new position of priority. Mr. Lee told Mr. Schwab that he wanted him to test the idea and simply send him a check for whatever he thought was the value of the idea. Mr. Schwab instituted the idea of listing the 5 most valuable things to do the following day and then doing them. He found the process very effective because it constantly focused him on the most valuable tasks. He shared the idea with his executives, and they also found it to be very productive. Within a few months, Charles Schwab sent Ivy Lee a check for $25,000, which was a lot of money at that time, and told him that the process was one of the most powerful ideas he had ever learned in his business career. Well, what about you and me? We could benefit from this kind of focus, couldn't we? This could help us become more successful. You now find it easy to take a moment each evening to list the 5 most productive things you need to do tomorrow in order of their value. Going after those objectives will keep you focused, motivated, and it will propel you to incredible achievements. Also, keep a daily list of completed tasks, written down as they are completed. This is a good way to become accountable for your time to you. As you add items to the completed list, you will gain a great sense of satisfaction. At the end of the day, you may be motivated to do just one more thing. If your day has not been very productive, you may be motivated to do better the next day. And as the days pass and your accomplishments become more numerous, your excitement level will also rise. There will be more enthusiasm in your actions, a zip in your steps, and a bright feeling in your voice. Thus, I suggest you start making a list of the 5 most productive things to do tomorrow and then do them. It's about time! Now here's an affirmation for today's episode of Boaz Power TV. It's called a Timely Affirmation. You may want to write it down. I am now taking control of my time by focusing on the 5 most valuable tasks each day. I am now taking control of my time by focusing on the 5 most valuable tasks each day. One of my most valuable tasks is to talk to you and share good ideas to help your life go to the next level. So if you like these ideas, and many people around the world do, please do me a favor, forward this to 5 people you know. Ask them to go to my website, boazpower.com, and they can also subscribe to the free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV, and perhaps we can help them manage their time better. You are special, you are unique, and I'm so glad you spent some time with me. And you are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.